All right, spring is already here and summer is right around the corner. So you already know we're pulling the colors right back out. So today I'm installing this beautiful bright orange unit. So see how I did this style and stay tuned for the shop talk. What is going on, YouTube? It's your girl Easy Breezy, and I'm back with another hair sponsor, one that is not new to my channel at all. So once again, thank you so much, Unice, for sponsoring this video. Now this time they sent me a bright orange wig. Listen, y'all know I love my color, but the only thing that I love even more than 613 blonde hair is hair that's already done. Okay, so we don't have to take no time, no energy coloring, no bundles today. We are installing this wig as is. All right, so the preparation of this wig for this video was quite simple and really fast. All I had to do was pluck the hairline, but I didn't have to bleach the knots at all. And I probably could have tried, but I felt like the knots being the same color as the hair really wouldn't make a difference if I bleached it. And they weren't big. Like sometimes the knots on wigs are really big and you can see them from a mile away, but these were not. The knots were nice and small and they were orange. So I'm like, hey, I guess I don't have to waste no time doing that. And as you can see, her braids in the back were not flat, kind of like at all. So I'm not gonna lie, I was shocked when I put the wig on and it fit absolutely perfect. I'm like, yes. Today is going great. Now, I always acknowledge a hair company that sends me a wig that actually fits, because sometimes, I'll get wigs here and there where I have to try to force it on my model's head and pull it and tug it, and it ends up pulling back anyway or just not fitting right. So, I can't stand wigs like that, and I don't want to go through that. So once again, thank you so much, Unice, for setting us up for success and sending me a wig that actually fits. All right. All right, y'all. So as I'm doing this install, let's go ahead and get into this shop talk. And y'all are really finna hear my mouth run even more than y'all normally do, because I have a lot to say. And I don't necessarily have all the people that I used to have in my life to vent to or gossip with. So it's really just me, my boyfriend, and y'all at this point. So listen, let's sit around the circle and talk like we homegirls. So for this shop talk, I want to get into how my life really just changed out of nowhere, and how my life seemed to be turbulent. It seemed like things were kind of like falling apart, but in actuality, I was experiencing blessings in disguise that I really had to wait for, to see the benefits of it. And come to find out, after all that pain, I'm experiencing so much light and so much peace in my life. And okay, let me just start from the beginning. So basically, I'm really about to tell you guys like my personal business or whatever. But I realized that when I was younger, right, I did not have a lot of friends. I did not have the body type or the whole aesthetic of like a quote unquote fine girl in school. So I really didn't get a lot of play. And it was hard for me to like be in school sometimes, because when I would go to the lunchroom and I didn't have no friends, it was pure anxiety trying to find like a place to sit. When it came to group projects in class, people would choose each other, and I really didn't have anyone that I felt like would choose me as much as I would want to choose them. So I always had like an anxiety when it came to making friends. So subsequently, I would find myself in situations where I would be hanging out with girls that I didn't really know were my friends or not. I just know that they were actually talking to me and they were nice to me. So it kind of made me feel like, okay, well, I'm a part of something now. So I guess you can say, when I first started making quote unquote friends when I was like in fourth and fifth grade, that was the beginning of my kind of like codependent behavior. Okay, so fast forward now that I'm in high school, I'm still friends with these girls. We done been through everywhere together, hell and back, parties, fights, performances. Like, we were a dance group, we were getting booked, we were traveling, we were meeting people. Like, we did so much. So to me, it was like something so special, like a sisterly bond. It was like these weren't even my friends. Like, these are like real life my sisters. And, realistically, what do sisters do? They fight, they argue, they may annoy each other, they may offend each other or whatever. But it's like at the end of the day, all we have to do is really talk it out, have a conversation, and get back right. Because I don't have no plans on, taking you out of my life because you're slick like all I know. And I even started to realize that I would get a little bit jealous, you know what I'm saying, if my friends made other friends or if they had like an outside group of friends other than our circle. Like, I would kind of like feel offended. And I didn't know that this was obviously unhealthy. But it's normal, it's natural. But I didn't know that, just like them, I could easily be making friends outside of my immediate circle too. Like, I don't have to just stay here and be loyal to y'all for the rest of my life and never make other friends. But because I had that belief and because I was kind of like in that desperation, like subconscious, like desperation mode that I didn't realize, I never even tried to make other friends. So, okay, fast forward some more. I'm now in my 20s, like past 25, and I'm slowly but surely realizing that me and some of my closest homegirls are not the same anymore. Like, our morals are not aligned, our values are not aligned, and it was kind of like we started bumping heads more and more, which was very unusual for us. And with me and some of my closest, like, best friends, we never bumped heads like that. Like, sometimes we will every now and then, but it really wasn't that serious. So when you bump heads with someone for like the first time in like 10 years of y'all knowing each other, it creates like a small, tiny rift. Like, it's not like we hate each other. It's not a big deal or whatever. We're both gonna get over it. But it's like, but we just argued though about something so small and so kind of like stupid, So even though it's like, okay, I tried to put some things in the past, like, okay, it really wasn't that big of a deal, I had to really start recognizing that we are becoming very different people. We are not agreeing on a lot of things, and I'm starting not to like how they live their life. I don't like the negativity. I don't like how they talk about people. I don't like the fakeness. It was a lot of things that was just not aligning. So besides me and my friends slowly starting to grow apart, without me actually realizing it yet, it was like other things piling on top of that. Like, first of all, it's only 5 of us in this circle. Why is girl A talking about girl B behind her back, or creating a group chat where girl B is not in there just so she can talk about her? And it's kind of just like, this is becoming catty, and it's not what it used to be, and I'm not liking it. And one thing that I was doing at that time was, honestly, I was not minding my own business. Like, every time I would hear something, I would say, well, maybe y'all need to talk about it, or let's bring it up, or blah, blah, blah. And I would always try to be Captain Save-A-Ho. And I would always try to be this like aggressively diplomatic person. And I think it started to rub people the wrong way. I was so stuck on the idea, well, we're sisters, we can talk about anything, stop talking about people behind their back, like we're better than this and all that stuff. Meanwhile, people are like, I don't even like that hoe. Like, I'm not accepting that we're actually growing apart, but other girls in my circle are, I guess, accepting that. And I just wasn't accepting that at the same time they were. So that is one thing that caused a rift in me and, some of my closest friendships. I started to realize that I was actually becoming a very emotional, like clingy, like dependent type of friend. And none of the girls in my friend group had that energy toward each other. I was the only one, and it started to make me feel like I was like doing too much. So I slowly started to train my mind into thinking that you do not have to only have these group of girls as your friends. You can go out, you can meet new girls, you can invite new people in your life, you can make new connections, and you don't have to cling to these people that clearly are not clinging on to you or anyone else in the circle for that matter. Like, I told myself, Zakia, you care about this circle more than the circle even cares about the circle. Like, you want everyone to be real and take accountability and express their feelings and blah, blah, blah. And no one else wants to do that. Like, the type of mindset these girls have is they don't even want to apologize to each other when they do each other wrong. It's like, I was just not getting it. I was not getting it. And that was causing a lot of friction. That was causing us to really violently go in different directions, quicker than ever before. All right, so fast forward to today. I'm 29 years old, and I told myself straight up, if me and a friend get in a disagreement, if we get in an argument, if we offend each other, I'm not going to be the only one that comes to them, trying to be the bigger person, trying to apologize, trying to take accountability for my actions. Like, if I don't get that same energy from that other person, we're not meant to be friends. If I so happen to get in a disagreement with one of my friends, I'm not going to be the person that always wants to come around and be the bigger person, always wants to extend the olive branch and apologize and take accountability for my actions, especially when I'm not getting that energy back. And me constantly doing that, kind of made me feel lesser than a person. Like, it made me feel like I was degrading myself. Like, why do I have all this time and energy to try to keep everyone together and keep things in harmony and unity and trying to bring people together when people clearly don't have the same energy for me? It just let me see that, when you're around people for a certain amount of time, people take people for granted, and that's natural, but I'm not going to continue to place myself in a situation where I'm tolerated and not celebrated. Okay, so now I finally accepted the fact that I am a sociable person. Sometimes I can be shy, but as I got older and as, I became more confident in myself, I became more confident in a room full of people. I make friends very easy, and I had to literally accept that about myself so that I can continue to make friends easier and easier, as life goes on. And I had to develop a certain level of detachment to people that I didn't have a healthy relationship with. And honestly, this was hard, but I had to build some self-esteem within myself. Like, I had to have some level of self-respect for myself, and I had to stop letting people get away with treating me any type of way, doing me any type of way, owing me money, talking to me any type of way. Oh, just because we've been friends for this long. Oh, just because we've been through this and we've been through that together. Like, nah, I'm not allowing that for myself anymore. And the icing on the cake came one day where me and my friend were having a little spat, and it's because she came to my house slap drunk and she was being irate. And at first, I tried to calm her down, but it was like no turning her down. So we ended up going back and forth a little bit, and it just escalated. And in that argument, she said something that I guess she thought would really hurt my feelings, and it did coming from her, but it didn't because, bitch, I'm grown. But she was like, that's why you ain't got no friends. And when she said that, I was really shocked because it's interesting. That's what you think of me. you must got me mistaken for a weak ass bitch. Like a lame ass bitch. Like you think just because, oh, if we stop being friends, oh, I don't have no friends all of a sudden. You think I'm finna fall off the face of the earth if we stop being cool? Nah, bitch, I'm finna keep on turning up. I'm finna keep leveling up. I'm gonna keep shitting on you. And I can show you better than I can tell you. And let me tell y'all, that's the moment I realized, Zakia, you don't need them. You don't need them. When you get in disagreements with them, they want to try to tear you down. They want to try to low blow you. They want to scare you because in actuality, you scared to lose me as a resource. So, okay, we can laugh. Haha, you tried it. Yeah, you tried it. But now let's put those words to the test. Let's see if that ages well, sis. Whew. So, what I realized in totality is the acceptance, the love, the support, everything that you may be seeking in a person outside of yourself, whether it be a relationship or a friendship or a group of friends. We have to understand and remember that we have this power within ourselves. We don't have to look and keep on searching for something outside of us to validate us. We have God within ourselves. And when I started to finally have that confidence in myself, I started to make new friends, make new connections, be a part of other entrepreneurial, friend groups that are actually on some shit. Like I started to open up my world and I started to feel like, wow, I was so stuck to these 5 girls that I didn't really realize I can make 5 million more connections. So, yes, you guys, let me know what you think about this shop talk in the comments. If you resonate with it, go ahead and tell me how, and let's talk about it. And in the meantime, let's take a look at this beautiful comb out. Like, first of all, baby, we talking body movement. Okay, shine. Like it's so neat and just perfect. Like I love it. So once again, thank you so much, Unice, for sponsoring this video with this lovely orange wig. Perfect for the springtime, perfect for the summertime. Y'all make sure y'all go ahead and snag this wig because listen, this was a quality unit that did not shed, it didn't tangle, and the cap was actually big enough, and I'm just loving it. Like they did a good job, period. So once again, thank you so much, Unice, for sponsoring this video. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, make sure you go ahead and do that. Turn on your notifications, and I'll see y'all later.